Morning, morning, people. How's everybody going? How's everything going? Markets are looking really good, actually. So, I hope you guys had a nice weekend. Hope everybody has been able to relax from everything that's been going on. And we're going to jump straight into it. So, what you should expect today, we're going to go through a couple of different charts, mark out levels, see what price action is doing. If we get into any trades, great. If we don't, fine, but we're just going to get an overall understanding of what the market wants to do and where we're going to be trading and who we're going to be up against this week. So let's get in. Let's put some music on. We'll start off with a little bit of easy music to start off with. Fantastic. All right. So we'll go from the top. We're going to start with gold. Gold has been pushing up. We can see we got bullish market structure. What I'm going to do is just mark out some of the different levels from Friday. So we've got this level on Friday. So Friday's high and Friday's low. We've got all of these 1 hour levels in the middle. We're just going to go through and do higher time frame levels as well. So we're still in this consolidation. We're still leaning bullish on gold. If we put in a couple of daily levels, I think it's safe to say we've got one there that isn't marked out. Mark that orange. So we're coming into a daily level right now, quite early on in the session. What else have we got? We've definitely got one up here as well. And we've got some levels in the middle. We're going to go down to a 1 hour, see what we have here. We have a nice 1 hour level here. And I think that is it for gold. We're not going to go into too much. We're not going to do too many levels because we've already got a rough idea. We're coming into a daily level, daily zone. We've got another level up here. Let's see if we've got anything here. Very washy price action here, so I'd be careful trading up into these areas. We're going to go down into the Dixie. Let's see what's happening on the Dixie. We'll go down onto daily time frame as well. Okay, so we've had our retracement. We talked about the retracement earlier on, I think about a couple of weeks ago now. We've had that. So we've had this retracement. Now we're in this area of supply. So I'm not surprised why everything now is starting to continue. So if we have a look on something like pound USD, we're going to see a continuation. This is one area that I would say we're going to have to keep an eye on. The reasons why, because this can turn into a potential macro head and shoulders, higher time frame head and shoulders, and then you're going to be looking for, okay, if that's a higher time frame head and shoulders, well, there you go, you've potentially got then the reversal to to take out all of these levels right here. And if that's going to happen, then we're looking for short pound, euro, equities. We're looking really at going long. But first, we've got quite a lot. I think we've got a lot of price action, a lot of downside before that. We could have 1 or 2 days setting up the range. So today's price action, tomorrow's price action, setting all of that up, and then potentially we've got all of this reversal that's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. A reversal is going to happen. That it's going to start being bullish and it's going to go up for forever. I'm just saying it's going to facilitate just a bigger pullback on higher time frames. At the moment, we've got this underlining signal that this potentially could turn into a deeper retracement. At the moment, we don't know, but in the immediate time, I think we're going to have a little bit of downside on the dollar. And then when it comes into this area, then we'll see about what we're going to do about longing it. So that is the overall plan. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Let's go into, I don't see we need to put any other levels in there. Let's go on to a 1 hour. Not really any need to put any more levels in. These have been respected quite well. I would say would be a good idea to long this. We've had nice rounded price action. So some lovely rounded price action. Break above the range. So we had a break above the range here, and now a nice retest and a continuation, maybe to take out some of these highs from Friday. That would be a really nice type of trade. Pound looks a lot better. So this was the trade that we had last week on Friday. It was actually got out a little bit earlier, got out about there, but still very nice price action. I wouldn't be surprised if we carry on pushing up. 1 hour, we've got that 1 hour EMA. We've got a monthly level. We'll see what happens once everything opens up. USD CAD. Okay, so this is a lot of consolidation, very condensed price action. I know this is on a 1 hour time frame, but it's still very condensed price action. Let's have a look on a daily what we're looking at. With the top of the range, I think because we're at the top of the range, you've got to just be mindful that we could potentially come back down into these areas, especially since the Dixie's where it's at. Or we can take out these lows, take out all of these lows like that, come back in, and then start pushing off to take out all of these highs to get down to that 200 EMA on the daily, which would be a long time. I think we've got a lot of work before we get up to that area. At the moment, I don't see much of a trade on USD CAD. If anything, it would be coming down to this level right here, which could be a nice trade. Potentially. Gonna put that as short, potentially going short on that. USD CHF. We can mark out the Friday lows, Friday highs. Asian lows, Asian highs. Let's see what these things do. Maybe we get a sweep of Asian session lows, and then we come up to session highs. I don't know. I'm just going to mark these out just in case. Euro, Australian. Don't know why it's there. Don't know why that's there either. Let's have a look at Euro. Okay, this potentially looks quite nice. So we're still in bullish market structure. Overall on the pound, if we go onto a higher time frame, you can understand where we're looking at. Massive downtrend, break of the downtrend. Now we're coming up to these areas. I'm expecting quite a powerful push up. At the moment we're doing this flag pattern, as you can see. So flag pattern, it is slowing down just a little bit, but I think we've still got room to push up. So if we have a look at the 5 minute, let's see what we can do on the 5 minute that may be conducive to a long trade. Let's have a look on the 15 minute. This could be a long trade. Yeah, this could be a really nice long trade, even though pound is a lot stronger today. If we have a look on the 5 minute, if I was on the 5 minute, would I take that? The answer is no. I would actually go short if that was a 5 minute. The reason being is because we've broken down, we've come underneath all of this range, and we would be aiming for a short, but a higher time frame says we would go long. I'm just going to stay out of this for now, just to wait and see what actually happens. If we get price, ideally, if this was a 5 minute trade, and the trade would be coming out to take out these lows, if it doesn't start doing that kind of structure down to these lows, would get into trade, get into something like a retracement like that, and it starts actually breaking up, then we're going to look for a continuation trade, so a break, retest, continuation, to take out all of these highs, because Asian range has been taken out right now. So the idea would be, because it's been taken out right now, okay, if it's not going to push down now, then it obviously wants to go back up. So if it wants to go back up, we want to get into break, retest, continuation trades on prior highs pre-break for the upside. Now the same thing goes actually with the downside. Maybe if we start pushing down right now, we've had a retest of prior lows pre-break, so bit of mixed feelings with that. I'm going to stay out of it for now. Euro, Aussie dollar pushing up. Not much to say about that, to be honest. not much to say about that. We're in very, 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 very tight range. Maybe a nice trade would be a solid break above here. Solid break above. An impulsive break, so not just a wick or anything like that. Retest, come back down into this area, this gap, into a 50 fib. And then we're looking for targeting these areas here. And that would be the nice trade to facilitate the continuation of this particular pattern, which would just be basically, you know, that just basic continuation pattern. Hey Dino, happy Monday, mate. Happy Monday. Euro Canadian already pushing up. Not really interested in it. Euro New Zealand looks quite good actually. Looks very powerful. Let's have a look on 4 hour. What does that look like? Let's have a look on this CAD trade. Let's have a look back on Euro Pound and see what Euro Pound is doing. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're not gonna jump into anything too prematurely. Let's go through. Does look really nice. Euro, Aussie dollar does look nice to push up. Pound Swiss also pushing up. Higher time frame. We're coming into resistance. We've already taken out a lot of these lows. Yeah, mate, if you're happy with trading one pair and it's good and it works, then there's no reason to change to another. Unless you want more variety, I guess, more trading opportunities. Pound dollar, there's a lot of support on pound dollar. I'm not looking for anything on that, to be honest. Pound USD, pound Kiwi. Same thing as Euro. Yep. It happens, mate. Honestly, it happens to the best of us. He's super, super, super subtle. Try and stick with the rules. I also have problems with this, mate. I always also do things against my rules, but as long as you're not bringing all of that onto this session, okay? So start afresh, new session, new week. Wherever your account is right now, that's what your account is. Just see if you can start getting back on it. Aussie USD, not really interesting. Nothing really interesting out of these pairs. Bitcoin, crypto, don't really trade it that much anymore. So what are we looking at to trade? So we're looking at either Euro Aussie. So we're looking for the break. We're either looking at Euro Aussie, or we're looking at Euro Aussie, or we're looking at Pound CAD for short, for a short trade. Or a Euro Pound for a, there you go. So it looks like it wants to go short. See if we get a break. Hey Void, how we doing, mate? How we doing, bud? I think we could probably go short on Euro Pound. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, mate. It is a little bit tricky. It is a little bit tricky. There's not much there. So even the Dixie, you know, I was looking probably to go short on it, but it's been very stubborn. So it is, it's made, you know, the Dixie has made quite an interesting price action. It's a very hit and miss. You know, gold, maybe a nice short would come into it, but I don't really want to be shorting gold up here anyway, because this is at a nice daily level. The only ones that I think look good would be either USD CAD or pound or Euro Aussie dollar or Euro pound. Hey mate, how's it going? You okay? Happy Monday. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to get into this trade, to be fair. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a retracement. It is tricky. It is tricky. Hold on a second. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have to invert the chart. Let's say, would I go long right here? Yeah, I probably would go long right here. Would I go long there? I'd probably prefer going long right there. So we're going USD CAD short. Which looks awful. Lower time frame looks awful. Why would I want to be getting in short right here? Okay. All right, we're in short. Into the 50 fib. Take profit. To these lows. Okay, that's the trade that we got. What are you guys looking at? Void, you're not trading anything, are you? Yeah, so USD CAD. Sure, I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Reason why I wouldn't want to go short on if I was going to short right here, be shorting on support. I don't really want to be doing that. If I was a betting man, I'd be going long here instead of short. I think that's what we're going to do. So these are the two trades. Okay. Okay. Let me just put in stop on this one. Stop is going just under these lows. Just under these lows. Take profit. It's going to be up on these 8680. Okay. Yeah. It's a fair point, mate. Let them show their hand, as they say. So USD CAD, not really doing too much. Starting to come back down. $86, $86.80. So those are the two trades. So just scalping, not doing too much. Much going on. Currently still in drawdown. We haven't got any. We're just still in break evens. Let's change the music. Actually, I think I must stop. Okay, so the pound, euro pound, quite an impulsive move off those EMAs. If we break this, then I'll definitely be closing this trade a little bit early. Other than Void, what's everybody trading? I know Dino, you said you were trading. You tried to trade pound, dollar. You trading gold today? Gold looks interesting. I was gonna pull up. Maybe a nice break and retest to the Friday highs. Continuation higher. Yeah. Something like that would be really cool. Really nice. You are longing into resistance, but maybe if you get a reaction from there and you got some time, you can put stops at break even, and then even if it does do something like that, you haven't lost anything. I do think we're going to get a push up on gold. Let's go back to this euro, this CAD, USD CAD. My entry is target. Okay, you're scalping. Wait, you're looking at on gold. Yeah. Okay, so you're short. Nice. Let's have a look. Yeah, if we're doing typical 1 minute time frame, nice break of structure, retest, continuation down to that 50 fib. Yeah, really could be a really nice trade. Only thing that I don't like is just this EMA. Shouldn't matter too much. Let's check on what we're doing on these. Okay, so USD CAD looks like it's holding on to that level. My pound, euro pound is in drawdown. That does look like it wants to continue, doesn't it? That does look like it wants to come down. Seems like Void is short gold. By the sounds of it, off for 1 minute. Good area, because you got a nice daily level up here. Quite a strong daily level. Just thinking. For me, it'd be really hard to get in on this. I wouldn't have found an entry. So Dino Pain point 3364, 335. Okay, 3347. Three, 347. Yeah, I like. Really do like 357. If I'm honest, 357's a really nice area. Okay, dollar moving up. It's quite an impulsive move as well. Alright, cutting the USD CAD. If it was going to go down, it would have gone down by now. Let's have a look at the pound. That also looks awful. Well, it doesn't look the best of trades. Would we call that a break? Would we call that a break? Let's have a look. It does, doesn't it? It does look like a break. I reckon you're right, Void. I don't think there's nothing that screams out like a trade at the moment. Obviously, you got the little trades like the potential punty trades, like the euro pound trade that I've got on. Euro dollar interesting. The one that I closed is now coming down, but I think gonna have to wait and just see what today brings, and then from there, maybe tomorrow, see where the range highs are, Monday highs and Monday lows, and then from there see what price is actually doing, because there's not much. It's a little bit choppy. Yeah, gotta make it a little bit interesting. But if I'd be lying to say, you know, I'm not just doing this on the stream account. You know, this is, I'm in a trade with higher. I'm in the same trade on another account with higher lot size. So I'm 40 lots deep in euro pound. That's why I'm watching it. Get rid of that because I closed that. And there's not really, there's no news as well to give any kind of catalyst to move price. So unless Big T, Papa Trump, opens his mouth, and through that we start moving in some kind of direction, but this is okay. This is good. Entry is here. Oh, bloody hell. Like streaming, honestly, I say streaming's made me a better trader. And if anybody can get into streaming or anything like that, honestly, it makes you a better trader. Because that added stress actually, I don't know, for some reason it just I feel like it makes you a better trader. But with that, you also tend to trade a little bit more, and that is bad, because you get into sometimes trades that have got a little bit less, what's the word, they're a little bit punty, you know, those little punty trades that you're like, yeah, that could do it, yeah, I quite like that. I haven't really got any statistics behind it, but you know, it looks like my intuition is telling me that price is going to push up. Which now it is. We are coming into a little bit of resistance though. See if we can get a really nice impulsive move. Guys, tell me as well what you think. What's missing in prop at the moment when we look at products or we look at community branding, all of those different things? Tell me what you think, because everything's so similar these days, and it's like you either trade with a firm because of their community and because you like the brand or you know the people, or it's because of the product. And the product these days is pretty much exactly the same across multiple firms. It'd be interesting to hear what you guys think. Okay, so see if we can get a hard. Not what I want to be seeing. If we can get a hard close. Should I add a little bit and turn this into a little bit of a intraday scalp? Yeah, we're going to turn this into... I don't want to be in this trade for too long. So we're going to add a little bit more and get out of the... Put the risk. So pull in the risk, add a little bit more to the trade. Add a bit more to the trade. Come on. There you go. So stop loss again underneath this range lows. Take profit. We're just to get out of these range highs. That's all we're looking at. Just do a 1 minute trade. So take profit's going to be up here. Yep, I'll check it out. Strange. Come on, do something. Preferably not that. We've got a 200 EMA underneath all of this as well. Got little bits of support. Potentially hold price to where it is. Nice one, Void. See you soon, mate. Enjoy. Okay, looks like we're holding for now. That was a good call. There you go. Nice little push. Let's see if we can get a little bit of movement. Push out of this support area. So if we go back again, so you've got the 5 minute. See if we can get that push out. Oof. Struggling out here. All right, we're going to call it a day because there's not really much going on. I will update you guys later about this trade. You'll see it anyway. So stops are being pulled in, and I'll update you guys later on in the week. Anyway, enjoy.